The next two heroes in Call of Dragons have been officially announced by the developers, and today we're going to talk about upcoming heroes for Season 2 and further, as well as some information on what to expect and what the new heroes could be. Hey everyone, I'm Zoraz, not Casuals, and today we're going to talk about the new heroes coming. So first we have Theodore, who is looking like he is going to be from the League of Order, so the human faction, similar to Madeline in terms of armor style. And the next hero is Forondil. So this has been an image shared by the developers. They're currently having a contest for you to guess what talents they have, as well as what is their rage ability, and you could win some gems. So that's going on, I think, on Instagram, Facebook, as well as Discord, the official Discord server. Now, we do not have any special information about these heroes, but there is a few clues that let us know that they might be cavalry heroes, as well as they might be coming in the next cycle of the Strongest Lord. Now, first, I want to talk about Season 2 heroes. A question I've been asked before about the heroes, how many are there going to be when they're going to come out. So if you go into your, this is G1, this is G2, obviously this is only the Season 1 heroes that we are used to, and Season 1 Plus. And then in Season 1 Plus, they unlock two new archer heroes, which is going to be Fregar as well as Syndrion. And if you look here, you can see that there is 6 more heroes coming into G2. So it would be a good guess that the first 2 being marksmen, the next 2 will be the same type, which would be, for example, infantry or cavalry. And then the next 2 could be mage. And the last one would be the one that's missing. So we would have 2 heroes of every unit type at the end of Season 2. So obviously the next 2 heroes coming out, they are most definitely going to be not archers. They're not going to be marksmen. And from the image that we have here, we can see that the armor style of Theodore looks like a armor, right? Like it looks pretty armored, a bit like Madeline, but less bulky than Madeline. As well as his weapon is a sword of some type. And that could be basically infantry or cavalry, in my opinion, as the heroes are usually, representative of what they do in game, as well as what unit they lead. As well as you can see the second hero, he is obviously in the elf faction garment. He looks like an elf, but a lot of feather is on his kit, which makes it look a lot like the Spring Warden's special unit, basically the Forest Eagle. It has a very good connotation. It does look pretty similar to it. So in this situation, I think there is a good chance that the next 2 heroes would be cavalry. They could also be, of course, melee units of some other kind. They could be infantry. I would be very surprised if they were mage, though they don't look like the mage types whatsoever. And I wouldn't think it's infantry just based on the style of the heroes and their attires. But I've heard it's cavalry. I think it's cavalry. I have absolutely no official information about this, but this is just what I'm thinking. Now, when I say when are they going to come out, the next time is basically the next Strongest Lord. So basically, the way it works is that the same hero repeats about 3 times, and this is the second time that we've had Garwood. So I would expect maybe Garwood to come back for one more cycle, which we can see coming soon. And once the Garwood cycle will have been repeated 3 times, the next cycle maybe will introduce the new heroes, as they is usually how they introduce new heroes in the game, as well as Rise of Kingdom. It always comes with the Strongest Lord, which releases one of the hero, and then the other one is in the wheel. So hopefully it will be similar, and hopefully it will be the next cycle, because we haven't had a new hero in a while. And the fact that they're making this announcement now for the people's contest, and the contest, if you look at the end date, it ends on August 7, which is in only 3 days, basically, meaning that it won't run for very long, which would coincide with this being the last time we see Garwood in this event, and having the new heroes coming out pretty shortly. So if you're interested in participating in the little game they have where you can guess this hero's ability, I would say go on their official Discord and find the link in the announcements. It is going to be the easiest way for you to access it. And as well as it will be important to know for these heroes, obviously they will be coming here 2 at a time. And then we most likely will be going into the next season, which will have different tokens, so that you can only basically upgrade your heroes with one type of token. So it kind of keeps the game fresh for people to keep spending and keep playing when it is new content, of course. And one thing I want to talk about too is these legendary hero tokens. Sometimes when you get some of these tokens, they don't have an assignation for G1 or G2. These so far, I have noticed that you can spend them on any hero. It doesn't matter which season they're from. And you get these usually from either some events or some basically bundles that you buy that have no definition on the token. So if you do have some of these, of course, I would recommend you save them as long as you can, so that when you have a new G2 or G3 heroes that comes out, you might have an upper hand in having these tokens. But as well, you should also focus on making your account strong if you're playing, so don't hold them too long, because otherwise what's the point if your account is super weak for a very long time. I am not planning on holding them too long. I'm just going to see what the G2 heroes are and then choose one of them to spend them all on later this season. So if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe and check out my other videos for Call of Dragons. If you have any opinion on what these two heroes could be, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next video.